I'm going to give you guys a secret to an automated appointment booking system for your agency. And what that is running paid ads. So this is a hack that nobody's really talking about in this industry. A lot of the gurus just tell you to do cold outreach, such as cold calls, cold emails, cold DMs, stuff like that, that is really not as effective as it was in maybe 5 years ago, 3 years ago. In 2024, we need to adapt to the times, and that's through running paid ads. That's how companies are going to see your agency, and they're going to know what you provide. You're not going to get them through email or DM or possibly even cold calling at a high percentage. When you run paid ads, you're going to get clients at a way higher percentage because, first of all, the leads are going to be a lot warmer once they go through your funnel. And second of all, only people that are actually interested in your services are going to go through your complete funnel, fill out the survey, and actually book a call. So when they do hop on that call, they're going to be very warm. They're going to know everything that you guys do. They're going to see your testimonials if you have any, or they're going to know exactly what services you provide and what gap you can fill in their business. So when they hop on that call, you just basically eliminate all the fluff and you get straight to the point. You figure out what their pain is, and then you close them. So like I said, the first thing you want to do when you run these paid ads is you want to create a funnel. So the funnel is what's gonna get them through in order to book a call. So you can't just put a paid ad out and then they just see it and then book an appointment. That's not how it works. You have to actually have something that leads up to them booking the appointment. So when you put out this ad, you're pretty much going to create an ad that people in your niche are going to see. It's going to pop up. They're going to read the ad copy, get very interested. That creative's got to catch them off guard as well. So that's the first part. You got to get them into the funnel. So they're going to click on that. And once they do, pretty much that might take them to the next step, which it could be either social proof that you have, or it could be a micro webinar, or it could also just be a short video explaining what you do. And maybe if you have any current clients, you could just talk about them in that video, or you could post screenshots with some of the results you've gotten for current clients. So with social proof, you can do this by basically sending them to a page that has a bunch of testimonials and from your past clients that you've helped and you've actually had success with. So you can have a testimonial page with a bunch of client results, and you can also have maybe even testimonial videos on that, stuff like that. And you can just show other things such as maybe accounts that you've helped their company go from one point to the next point to reach their goals in terms of revenue. Or let's say the next thing you could do is you could actually create a micro webinar. And this is what I did. I created the micro webinar, and pretty much I created a 12 to 15 minute video just explaining what we can do, straight to the point, everything that we can do to help them, and all of our services, which was we were running ads for their company, so through social media. So when we run these ads, we pretty much explain how it works, how our process works, what we do to attract people to their ads. And then after that, that's when they're going to continue watching the video, and then we put our basically social proof in the micro webinar. So like you'd basically say like, look, I helped this person get from point A to point B in this amount of time. I helped this person over here do this in this amount of time. That just helps the people that are watching the micro webinar. That just warms them up even more, because they're like, oh, this is working for other people, so this is definitely going to work for my company, because of course they're in the same niche. Because when you run these ads, guys, pretty much the algorithm is going to figure out who your target audience is, and people that are clicking on your ad it's going to take a while to figure out who it is. So maybe your cost per click is going to be a little bit higher, but overall, once you get your rhythm going and everything, you're gonna start having more attraction onto your company from pretty much the right attraction is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, they pretty much when they get on that call, they're gonna the micro webinar is gonna take them through from this is what I do for your company, this is our social proof with our testimonials, this is what we have done with other companies just like yours. And then at the end of the video, you just say, hey, if you want to learn more, feel free to reach out to me and please schedule a call. And that's when at the end of the video, the next step is pretty much the that's when you take them to the what am I trying to say? That's when you take them to through the funnel. So that's when you get them to book a call into your calendar. So you have the ad, they click on it, they read it, they watch, they click on the next step, which is your micro webinar video. They go through that 12 to 15 minutes. It could be shorter or longer, depending on depending on how you structure it. If you have social proof and stuff like that, it's going to be a little bit longer. But if you don't really have social proof, there's other ways that you can get by with creating a micro webinar without social proof, and people will still warm up a little bit to the point that where they can book an appointment with you at the end of the call. So, or at the end of the video. So after the video is over, they're going to go to the next step, which is to click on your calendar link. And then once they do that, they can just schedule in a call. And it's pretty much that simple when you run paid ads. So what you need to do in order to convert people from the beginning seeing your ad to book an appointment is you need to actually test different ad creatives and different ad copy. So like what I did was I tested I had like 4 images that I would test at one time. So one of them was maybe like a funny, catchy meme. And another one was like, a couple of them were just basic pictures of like whatever your niche is. So let's say it's home remodeling. It's pretty much a image of somebody doing some type of remodeling or something like that that's going to catch their attention, because when they see something that they're familiar with, it's automatically going to catch their attention when they're scrolling through social media. So of course they're going to click on your ad if they see something that they recognize. So you can either do that, like a funny meme that deals with what your niche is. So pretty much, let's say like if you were with like targeting dentists, it would be like a funny meme, and then it would be like something about teeth or something like that, something funny that's going to catch their attention. And then when they see that, then they're going to start reading your ad copy. And that's the next thing you need, is a great ad copy that's pretty much getting down to the point, and something that's not going to be super long, but it's going to draw them in. And then once you have that, the creative and the ad copy, then that's when they're always going to click on your ad to learn more, because they're going to be very interested. So once they click on that to learn more, that's when you get to that's when you're going to get to the micro webinar or just the social proof page or whatever you're going to have in your next step. So yeah, you want to test different creatives to see what's working best. And there's not really a set amount that I would recommend to start with. You can start with any amount. You can start with $10 of ad spend per day, just until you can figure something out. Obviously, the more you spend, the better your results are going to be. But just to figure out which ad creatives are working best, you don't need to spend a lot. Just spend a minimum amount on each ad. And then when you do figure out which one's working best, then you can put more money into that ad. So that's when it's gonna be your winning ad, and it's gonna blow up. And then the other ones might have the metrics might not be as good on the other ones, and that's when you can cut them off and then just focus more on the ones that are working. And when you make ads, it's gonna be like you're gonna start creating ads, and you're gonna be like, oh, this one's gonna kill it, like this is funny or this is very catchy, and then it's just gonna flop. And then you're gonna have another one that's just basic. Maybe you just put something basic and you're like, oh, maybe this ad copy won't work. And then you let it run and it starts killing it. It's like, guys, the market determines your success. Basically what you think is going to be successful is not always the case in the market's eyes and in your niche's eyes. So you just this is why you have to continually test different strategies to see what's going to work best. And then when you do find that, that's when you run with it. Even if it doesn't look right, let's say you have a winning ad, if it doesn't look right to you, that doesn't matter. You just need to keep running it, because it only matters what the market wants. And that's what a lot of people can't basically overcome, is like their way of doing things is not what what reality is. So it's basically what you feel is right is not what is reality. And that's why a lot of the agencies aren't very successful, is because they try to create their website thinking, oh, I like this looks great, and they focus on doing that type of stuff, when in reality that their market or their niche doesn't even notice the detail that they put in, or they don't, it just doesn't catch their attention. So then after the funnel, what you want to do is, when you send them through that funnel, you want to get their email and their phone number. You always want to get these 2 contact informations, because you're going to see that people, and you always want to track on who's going through your funnel and who's clicking on your ad, because you're going to see that a bunch of people are going to like click on your ad and go through the funnel. But then let's say you have a survey at the end, which you could test whether this works best or not, to have a short survey on there with asking questions. You're going to see a lot more people are going to put in their email and phone number to start going through the funnel, because they're interested. And then when they get to the end, they just won't book the call, or they won't complete the survey in order to get to the call. So let's say they do that. You're going to have a list of emails and phone numbers that you can just pick up the phone and contact. Like I would do this. I had people that would get all the way through and then they just never booked the call, or they completed the survey even and they just never chose a time that works best for them. So I would just pick up the phone, because I see them all coming in and I see the numbers. Just pick up the phone. Hey, I saw that you were very interested in my video. How did you like it? Like, I saw you went through the funnel and everything, and you filled out the survey. I see you make this amount of money per month. I see you need help with this. So can I ask why you didn't book a call? Here's the link right here. And then you're like, oh yeah, it could have just slipped their mind. Like, these business owners are very busy, guys. Like, a lot of the time they don't have time to go through everything and just pick a time, or they're just thinking maybe they'll put it off. But when you do pick up the phone and call them, they don't have time to put it off. It basically pops back up in their mind like, yeah, this was very, very valuable information, and I do need help with my business, which is the main reason why they're on they're going through your ad funnel anyways, because they have a problem in their business that they need fulfilled. So yeah, so by getting email and phone numbers, you have your percentages of booking calls is going to go way up, because you always have that double. You have something to fall back on. If they don't schedule a call right away, you just pick up the phone or you email them and start talking back and forth. It doesn't matter how long it takes. Eventually they're going to book an appointment, guys. So yeah, and like I said, you can use a small survey, or you don't have to add it at all. You can just go straight to the book call. But sometimes it is good to have a survey, depending on what type of people you want to target, because when you go through a survey, you can ask questions that can qualify them better for you, because you don't want to work with companies that don't have the funds to do anything at the moment. They're just all talking. They're just all barking, no bite, pretty much. So you want to have people that are making a certain amount of money and that have a certain amount of customers every single month in order for them to get the best results. Because if somebody's not getting any customers in the first place, you're not going to take them from, say they're making $5,000 as a company per month, you're not going to take them to 6 figures a month, most likely, unless they put in the money to actually, they're going to need a way more ad spend to bring in more customers. So it's just not even worth it. And if you don't do a survey, you're going to get on the call with a lot of these companies. In my experience, I've seen this. I get on the call with these companies and a lot of them make less than $10,000 per month as a company. So they're not taking anything home at the end of the day. You need to work with people that are making a lot more money. So the number one thing is you need to do the ad, take them through the funnel, and then you need to have the link to your calendar at the end. Always have the link to your calendar, because if you have the funnel and then you forget the calendar, and make sure it's working too, because you're going to see, oh, my metrics are good, but nobody's booking calls. And then you go in and your funnel is all jacked up. Let's say you use like ClickFunnels or something and one of the steps is messed up. You just need to go through and make sure that everything's working smoothly and it's taking you from page 1, 2, 3, or however many you have in the correct manner. So yeah, you want to have that link to your calendar no matter what, because people, once they go through, they're going to be super warm and they're going to be like, hey, I need to hop on a call and see what type of pricing what the charge is per month, or what type of pricing model you guys have. So yeah, that's the secret system to an automated appointment booking system every single month. And I've used that along with like other methods. But once you figure out how to run like paid ads, that's when you're going to be able to put more money in, and that's when you're going to have appointments coming without you basically putting any work in. You already did the work by creating the micro webinar and by getting all the testimonials and putting that together. That's your work right there. And then the work just sits there, and basically the money does the work for you. So the ad spend that you put in, that's where the appointments are going to come from. So yeah, that's my little system that I use to get appointments, and I just don't see a lot of people talking about it on YouTube. So I just wanted to bring it up. But yeah, if you guys want to learn more, or you want to ask me any questions or anything like that, just DM me on Instagram, and I'm going to leave the link below to my Instagram. So just get on there and we could chop it up on there, guys. All right.